Good morning, kiddos. I owe you a lesson from the last week and some, and I'm really sorry I haven't posted these on time like I normally do. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with a lesson from a couple of days ago. And if this looks familiar, yes, this is indeed the notes that I actually give you in class. So this particular video is going to be about identifying the different types of angles. And our essential question here is, what can you conclude about the angles formed by two intersecting lines? So first thing that we need to ask is, what is an angle? So an angle is normally the space. So if you haven't written this down, write it down now. Is the space usually measured in what we call degrees. So it is the space measured in degrees between two intersecting lines. So, and then, or surfaces, or close to the point where they meet. So I'll read it again. An angle is the space, usually measured in degrees, with two intersecting lines or surfaces, or close to the point where they meet. And just to draw your back to your attention up to here, we're trying to figure out what we conclude about angles are formed by two intersecting lines. So we know that we are talking about intersecting lines and angles right here. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next bit. So real quick, just to describe an angle a little bit more, I'm going to kind of jump ahead a little bit. Right here, another way that you can define an angle according to the little vocab thing I've got right here is that the angle, again, is measured in degrees, and that you can use a protractor in order to measure or draw the angles. So some of you use a protractor, some of you don't. Some of you just put your pencil through the little hole right here and spin around your pencil. That's kind of cute, but don't do that here. What we are going to do when we measure an angle is we're going to take the baseline and we're going to line it up right here on the 0 line, and then we're going to see where the other line reaches up to. Now sometimes you guys get confused because even though you might be measuring on this 0 line right here, if the line goes right here, you guys are looking at 160. Whatever 0 line right here that you're looking at, you need to follow that row numbers. So take a look right here. There's a 0 right here, and then there's the 0 over here. So if I was measuring on this side, I would make sure that I would use all the inside numbers. If I was measuring on this side, I would use the outside numbers. Please be careful about that because that happens all the time. So let's go ahead and let's talk about the different types of angles that we have. So the first angle I would like to talk to you about is acute. Alright, and acute angles are less than 90 degrees. So one way that I usually like to help people remember is that acute angles are small, therefore they are acute. You know, because you know how girls like small things and small things are cute to them, or boys, anybody. Anyway, cute small things are sometimes cute, so that really depends. The next one that we're going to look at is a right angle. So this is the right. And you can always tell what a right angle is because it will always have this box right here. This little thing will always signify that is a right angle, and a right angle is always equal. It is equal to 90 degrees. It is not greater, it is not less than, it is 90 degrees. That is a universal truth that you can take right there, 90 degrees. After that, we've got obtuse, like so. And obtuse are greater, so they are greater than 90 degrees, but less than 180. And the last one is what we call straight. And this is probably the easiest one to remember because it is a straight line, so it is straight. And a straight line is always equal to 180. So, just to give you guys kind of an idea of what this looks like. So this is your 90 degrees right here, right? This is your 90 degrees. This is your 180. Now those are usually like your really big, your tell points whenever we're working with angles. So when you see 90 degrees, it's going to look a lot like this right here. 180 is going to be literally this entire thing right here. Again, that's a straight line, straight. If we're looking at acute, it's going to be something more akin to like looking like that. So in this case, it would be 40 degrees, and then 50, 60, 70, 80. And it can even be up to 89, but not 90. It has to be less than 90, and that makes it acute. I'll try not to trick you guys up on being like, is this acute? Looks like 90, but it's not. We're not going to do that. So again, and then just to go over this part right here, a tool that is used to find the degree. Sorry, I can't spell degree. It's supposed to say of an angle. Oh, right here, of an angle. So again, the protractor is the tool that you use to find the degree of the angle, not the thing that you put on your pencil to spin around. So, last thing that we're going to do is, in order to help you guys practice with this, I have this little quick exercise. You were supposed to work with partners. Deeply apologize for how this came up on the paper. I know it's really hard to see. But if I needed to use a clock and I needed to do an acute angle, I would do, no, that's horrible. I would do 1 o'clock, like this. Small hand on 1, big hand on 12. I would do 1 o'clock, and that's an acute angle. If I wanted to do straight, I would do small hand here, long hand down here on the 6. That makes it 12:30. And then if I wanted to do a right angle, I could do it like this. I've got 3, my hour hand on the 3, my long hand on the 6, and that's 3:30. And then my obtuse angle, that's my big wide one, right? That would be, let's do 12. That's a minute hand, so we'll do that. And then right here. So I'll make that extra long. This is supposed to be hour hand, so my bad. So again, this would be 7 o'clock, and you can tell that this is an obtuse angle right here. So that's much larger than 90, but it is not 180. And there you go.